Hey there, pet lovers! Dr. Dan the Vet here, and today we're embarking on a crucial mission for all you animal enthusiasts. We're diving deep into the sometimes dangerous world of human food to uncover the top 5 things you should never, and I mean never, feed your furry, scaly, or feathered family members. You know I'm all about adventure, and we see some pretty intense stuff out in the wild. But believe me, the danger some common human foods pose to our pets is something we need to take very seriously. We love our pets, and keeping them safe and healthy is priority number 1. Their well-being is our top concern. So buckle up, grab your notebooks, and get ready to become a pro at protecting your pets from these potentially harmful foods. Let's get to it. We're kicking things off with a food that's a staple in many households: chocolate. It's a beloved treat that comes in many forms, from milk chocolate to dark chocolate and even white chocolate. But while we humans can indulge in this sweet delight, there's a hidden danger lurking within for our pets. Now, we all know a little bit of dark chocolate can be a real treat for us humans, but for our canine and feline companions, it's a whole different story. They might be curious and tempted by the smell, but what they don't know is that chocolate can be extremely harmful to them. Chocolate contains a compound called theobromine. This is the ingredient that makes chocolate dangerous for pets. It's similar to caffeine and can have a stimulating effect on their bodies. Now, our human bodies can process theobromine without breaking a sweat, but dogs and cats? Not so much. Their metabolism is much slower when it comes to breaking down this compound. Their systems just aren't equipped to handle it. Even a small amount can cause serious health issues. Even a tiny amount of chocolate, especially dark chocolate, can spell big trouble for our furry friends. Dark chocolate contains higher levels of theobromine compared to milk chocolate, making it even more dangerous. We're talking vomiting, diarrhea, increased thirst and urination, panting, restlessness, and in severe cases, seizures, heart problems, and even death. These symptoms can appear within hours of ingestion and can escalate quickly. Think of it like this. Theobromine is like a shot of adrenaline that just keeps going and going for dogs and cats. It overstimulates their nervous system and heart, leading to a cascade of dangerous symptoms. Their hearts race, they get jittery, and their systems get overloaded. Not a good situation. This can be incredibly distressing for both the pet and the owner. The darker the chocolate, the higher the theobromine concentration, making Baker's chocolate and dark chocolate the most dangerous. Even small amounts of these types can be lethal. But remember, any type of chocolate can pose a risk, so it's best to err on the side of caution and keep it all out of their reach. Store chocolate in places where pets can't access, and be mindful of where you leave it. I know it's tough to resist those puppy dog eyes begging for a bite, but trust me, a little bit of chocolate is not worth risking your furry friend's health. It's better to be safe than sorry. There are plenty of other safe and delicious treats out there that they can enjoy. From specially formulated pet treats to fruits and vegetables that are safe for pets, the options are plentiful. So, remember, when it comes to chocolate, let's keep it all to ourselves and keep our furry friends safe. Enjoy your chocolate, but make sure your pets are enjoying their own safe treats. It's a small step that can prevent a big problem. Next up, we're tackling a food that might surprise you: grapes and raisins. These common household snacks, often found in our kitchens and lunchboxes, can pose a serious threat to our beloved pets. Yep, you heard that right. Grapes and raisins, despite their small size and sweet taste, are not as harmless as they seem. These seemingly innocent fruits can actually be incredibly dangerous for our pets, particularly dogs. It's a hidden danger that many pet owners are unaware of. We're still unraveling exactly why grapes and raisins are toxic to dogs, but what we do know is that they can cause some serious damage, especially to the kidneys. The exact substance in grapes and raisins that causes this toxicity remains a mystery, but the effects are well documented. Even small amounts can lead to sudden kidney failure, which, as you can imagine, is a life-threatening condition. The onset of symptoms can be rapid and severe, making it crucial to act quickly if you suspect your dog has ingested these fruits. The scary part is that the toxic reaction to grapes and raisins can vary greatly from dog to dog. This unpredictability makes it even more dangerous. Some dogs might gobble down a whole bunch and show no ill effects, while others might eat just 1 or 2 and become seriously ill. This variability means that no amount of grapes or raisins can be considered safe for any dog. It's a bit of a gamble, and trust me, it's not a gamble you want to take with your furry friend's life. The consequences can be dire, and the cost of treatment can be high. Now you might be thinking, well, my dog swiped a grape off the floor once and he was fine. And you're probably right. but that doesn't mean it's safe to let it happen again. But here's the thing. The effects of grape and raisin toxicity can sometimes be delayed, meaning your dog might not show symptoms right away. This delay can lull pet owners into a false sense of security. So, even if your dog has eaten grapes or raisins in the past without any problems, it's crucial to avoid giving them these fruits altogether. The risk is simply too great. It's just not worth the risk. Remember, prevention is key. By keeping these fruits out of reach, you can protect your pet from potential harm. Keep those grapes and raisins safely stored away, and if you drop one on the floor, be quicker than a chameleon's tongue to snatch it up before your dog does. Your vigilance can make all the difference in keeping your furry friends safe and healthy. Chapter 3. Onions and garlic, small ingredients, big problems. All right, pet lovers, let's talk about a couple of sneaky culprits lurking in our kitchens, onions and garlic. These pungent powerhouses might add a burst of flavor to our dishes, but for our furry companions, they can be a recipe for disaster. Onions and garlic, along with their relatives like chives, leeks, and shallots, contain compounds that can damage red blood cells in dogs and cats. These compounds, called sulfoxides and disulfides, can cause a condition called Heinz body anemia, which is a serious and potentially fatal blood disorder. Now you might be thinking, but I only give my dog a tiny bit of onion in his food. Surely that can't hurt, right? Wrong. Even small amounts of onions and garlic, whether cooked or raw, can be toxic to pets. And the effects can be cumulative, meaning they build up over time. So that little sprinkle of garlic powder you've been adding to your dog's food, yeah, that could be causing damage without you even realizing it. It's best to avoid onions and garlic altogether when it comes to your furry friends. Remember, our pets' bodies process foods differently than ours do. What might seem like a harmless ingredient to us can be incredibly harmful to them. So, when it comes to onions and garlic, it's best to play it safe and keep them off your pet's plate. If you're ever in doubt about what foods are safe for your pets, consult your veterinarian. They can provide a list of safe and nutritious options. Educating yourself about pet nutrition is crucial. There are many resources available that can help you make informed decisions. By being mindful of what we feed our pets, we can ensure they live long, healthy, and happy lives. So, next time you're in the kitchen, remember to keep those onions and garlic out of reach. Your pets will thank you for it. Chapter 4. Avocado, not so avo-good for pets. Let's dive into the world of avocados, a fruit that's become a staple in many of our diets. But before you start sharing your avocado toast with your furry friend, there's something you need to know. Avocados can be toxic to many animals, including dogs, cats, birds, rabbits, and horses. The culprit? A substance called persin, found in the leaves, fruit, seeds, and even the bark of the avocado tree. Persin is a fungicidal toxin, meaning it's designed to protect the avocado from fungal diseases. While it's generally harmless to humans, it can wreak havoc on our pets' systems. The symptoms of persin poisoning can vary depending on the animal and the amount ingested, but they can include vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, difficulty breathing, fluid buildup around the heart, and even death in severe cases. Now, the good news is that the flesh of the avocado contains relatively low levels of persin, so it's unlikely to cause serious problems in small amounts. However, the pit and skin contain much higher concentrations of persin and should never be given to pets. But here's the thing. Why risk it? There are plenty of other safe and healthy fruits and vegetables that you can share with your furry friend. So when it comes to avocados, it's best to err on the side of caution and keep them all to yourself. Chapter 5. Alcohol, a big no-no for our little buddies. Alright folks, let's talk about something that should be a no-brainer: alcohol. We all know that alcohol can have some pretty intense effects on us humans, but for our pets, even small amounts can be incredibly dangerous, even deadly. Their smaller bodies just can't metabolize alcohol the way we can, which means it hits them much faster and harder. Think of it like this. A teaspoon of alcohol for a small dog is equivalent to several shots for a human. That's a recipe for disaster. Even a small amount of alcohol can cause serious intoxication in pets, leading to vomiting, diarrhea, disorientation, lack of coordination, tremors, seizures, respiratory problems, coma, and even death. And it doesn't take much for these effects to kick in, so whether it's beer, wine, liquor, or even food containing alcohol like rum cake or unbaked dough, it's absolutely crucial to keep it far, far away from your furry friends. Remember, their safety is in our hands. Now, I know accidents happen. Maybe your dog snuck a sip of your beer when you weren't looking, or your cat lapped up some spilled wine. If you suspect your pet has ingested alcohol, it's crucial to contact your veterinarian or the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center immediately. Time is of the essence when it comes to alcohol poisoning, so don't hesitate to seek help. And there you have it, folks, the top 5 human foods you should never feed to your pet. Remember, our furry, scaly, and feathered friends are counting on us to keep them safe and healthy. By being mindful of what we feed them, we can ensure they live long, happy lives by our sides. If you ever have any doubts about whether a particular food is safe for your pet, it's always best to err on the side of caution and consult with your veterinarian. They're the experts after all. Thanks for joining me on this important adventure, pet lovers. Remember to give your furry friends a big hug, or a gentle pat if they're not into hugs from me. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and keep those tails wagging.